Welcome to Salud, Napa. My name is Jeff Murphy, and we're here to cook a simple date night dinner for someone you love. We're going to start with a chilled avocado soup, slow roasted pork loin, fresh berries, strawberries and raspberries with yogurt, and a vin cotto, a caramel sauce made with wine and sugar and cinnamon. For these recipes we need nice ripe avocado, some full-fat buttermilk, fresh ginger, lime juice, a little bit of soy sauce, some cilantro stolen from my neighbor Susie's garden, Mexican oregano, some chili flakes or chili pods, and we're going to garnish with a roasted red bell pepper. So let's get right to it. So for our soup, we're going to start a little backwards. We're going to go with the garnish first. We have a roasted bell pepper, which we're just going to put on the open flame and let it char, caramelize. Everything tastes better with a little bit of heat behind it. You want it to pop and crackle and make lots of noise because that's what's cool about it. So while that's cooking, we're going to continue with our recipe. What we need first is a working blender or food processor or a wand mixer. We're going to split the avocado and take the seed and use a spoon and just put that into the blender. Make sure you get all the good stuff out of there. To that we're going to add a little bit of crushed chili. Probably a good pinch. We want it to be spicy. The richness of the avocado will dampen that down a little bit so it's not quite as spicy as you think it's going to be. A pinch of Mexican oregano, probably a quarter cup of buttermilk, nice thick rich buttermilk, the juice of one whole big lime. If it's the key limes, you'll probably want to use 2 or 3 of them. We're going to use about a tablespoon of fresh ginger. Just cut it off there and peel it. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to just make it so the ginger doesn't tax the blender too much by chopping it. It can be quite fibrous if cut the wrong direction. So we're just going to coarsely chop it and then throw it in the blender and clean up after ourselves. And then we're going to add about a tablespoon of soy sauce, a little sprig of fresh cilantro or 2. Doesn't have to be too exact. This is to your taste or to my taste. And then we're going to make a little noise. We're just going to puree this up. And if it's a little too thick, which like it is now, we're going to add just a little bit of water. I don't like adding water usually because there's no real flavor addition with water, but sometimes you need to thin things down a little bit. So as you can see, the red bell pepper is charred on all sides. It's nice and hot. Yeah, burn it, and then put it in a plastic bag or paper bag and just tie the top so it can steam. And what this does is help the skin separate from the nice sweet flesh that we'll be using to garnish our soup. And just set that aside and let it steam, and in 5 or so minutes it'll be ready to peel. We have the body of our soup finished. Now we have to make it look sexy and pretty and ready for our guests. We're going to garnish with our roasted bell pepper, which has cooled to the touch and is ready to be peeled. We're going to take some of the charred skin off. We don't have to take all of it off because it does taste pretty good. And then we're just going to rip the bell pepper open and take a piece we're going to use for our garnish. We'll put that back, and we're going to julienne this for our soup. We can do long strips or diced pieces. It adds a nice roasted sweetness. The fire on the chili really mellows the flavor and intensifies it by evaporating some of the fluid off. Just sprinkle a good amount over the top. Nice and colorful. And then we're going to squeeze a little more key lime on top. And a couple of sprigs of cilantro. And a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. There you have it, our chilled avocado soup with roasted bell peppers and Susie's garden cilantro. Tonight I've paired that with the Ceja Vineyards Vino de Casa white blend. Please stay tuned for our slow roasted pork tenderloin. Salud.